power set. So what do you mean by power set? All the subsets of a set are known as power sets. All the subset of a set are known as power set. If a set containing n number of elements, if a set containing n number of elements, then the total number of power set are 2 to the power n. 2 to the power n. For example, if a set A equal to P, Q, R, then the power set of A, another one, it is represented mathematically P of A. So P of A equal to P, Q, R, PQ, QR, PR, PQR and phi. So set A containing 3 elements and the power set P of A is equal to 2 to the power 3 is equal to 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So total number of power sets of A are 8. Then come to the next one. Universal set. Then come to the next one. Universal set. So what do you mean by universal set? What do you mean by universal set? If all the sets under particular consideration are the subset of a fixed set S, then that is known as universal set. Example, for example, set of all natural numbers. Set of all natural numbers is the universal set of all odd natural numbers and all even natural numbers. In simply we can say that if in universal set all the sets are represented, all natural numbers are universal set. Universal set is represented by U. So it is all natural numbers. In this part, in this universal set, if we write down a set A consists of odd natural numbers, then U is the universal set for A. U is also a universal set for B. Okay. Then come to the next part. Cardinality or order of a set. Cardinality or order of a set. So what do you mean by cardinality or order of a set? The number of distinct elements of a set is known as cardinality or order of a set. Cardinality of a set is represented as n of a. Order of a set is represented mathematically as OFA. OFA. Come for one example. A equal to AEIOU, then cardinality or n of A equal to 5 or OFA equal to 5. Number of distinct elements, that means how many number of elements a set contains. How many number of elements a set contains. In set A, it contains 5 elements. Contains 5 elements. So, n of A is equal to 5, OFA equal to 5. And one more point, cardinality of a empty set or order of a empty set is 0, because empty set doesn't contain any elements. That's why cardinality or order of a empty set is always 0. Okay, fine. Then come for the next one. Disjoint set. Two sets A and B are said to be disjoint set if they have no common elements. For example, let's set A is equal to 1, 2, 3. Set B is equal to A, B, C. Then A and B are said to be disjoint because no common elements are there in between A and B. No common elements are there in between A and B. That's why A and B are known as disjoint set. So this is all about your types of set. This is all about your types of set. So in types of set we have discussed finite set, then infinite set. Finite set is the set contains finite number of elements. In infinite set, the set contains infinite number of elements. Then come to the part empty set or null set or void set. The set containing no elements is known as null set, empty set or void set, and it's generally represented as 5. Then come to the part equal sets. Two sets A and B are said to be equal if all the elements of set A are in set B and vice versa. That means all the elements of set B must be in set A. then that is known as equal sets. Then we come to the part we have discussed equivalent sets. So A and B are said to be equivalent sets if cardinality or order of both the sets are same. That is, if two sets A and B are there, then A and B are said to be equivalent sets if n of A equal to n of B, or cardinality of A is equal to cardinality of B, and order of A is equal to order of B. Then that is known as cardinality or order of sets. So what do you mean by cardinality or order of that set? The number of distinct elements of that set is known as cardinality or the order of that set. Fine. Then come to the next part. We have discussed subset. If each element of set A is in set B, then that is known as subset. A is a subset of B. Then in subset we have discussed some points or notes. Every set is a subset of itself. Phi is a subset of all sets. Every set has at least two subsets. One is phi and second one is itself. Then if A is a subset of B and B is a subset of C, then we conclude that A is a subset of C. Then if a set A contains n number of elements, then the total number of subsets of set A is 2 to the power n. Then we have discussed proper subset. That means if two sets A and B are said to be, if two sets A and B are there, then A is said to be proper subset of B if all the elements of A are in set B and at least one element of B are not in A, then A is known as the proper subset of B. Okay, if A contains n number of elements, then proper subset, total number of proper subsets are 2 to the power n minus 1. Minus 1 why? Because a set itself cannot be a proper subset of itself. Okay, so that's why 2 to the power n minus 1. Then we have discussed universal set. If all the natural numbers are a universal set, then set of all even numbers or odd numbers. For the set of all even numbers or all odd numbers, set of all natural numbers is a universal set and it is represented by capital U. Then we have discussed cardinality or order of set. I have already told you. Then we have discussed disjoint set. Disjoint set. A and B are said to be disjoint set if they have no common elements. If they have no common elements, then A and B are said to be disjoint sets. And one more thing. Power set. So what do you mean by power set? Now all the subset of a set are known as power set. If set A contains n number of elements, then the total number of power set of that set A is equal to 2 to the power n. So this is all about your types of set. Then come to the part operation. Operation on set. Basic operation on set. Basic operation on sets. Basic operation on set. So first one is your union of sets. Union of sets. Then first one is your union of sets. Two sets the union of sets A and B is the set of all the elements which belongs to A or B or both. The next part, mathematically it can be represented as A union B. A union B. In roster method, it can be represented as X such that X belongs to A or X belongs to B. X such that X belongs to A or X belongs to B. In Venn diagram, if this one is set A and this one is your set B, then all the setted persons are A union B. The setted person is your A union B. Let's come for one example. A equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. B equal to 2, 3, 5, 6. 2, 3, 5, 6. Then A union B equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because all the elements that contains either in A or B or both. So, in Venn diagram, it can be represented as set 1 contains 1, 4, 2, 3 are in common, then 5, 6 is your set B and set A. Then A union B is your whole setted part. Okay. So this is your union of set. Then come to the part intersection of sets. Intersection of sets. So what do you mean by intersection of sets? Now the intersection of two sets A and B is the set consisting of the intersection of two sets A and B. Two sets A and B is the set consisting of all the common elements of A and B. The intersection of two sets A and B, the intersection of two sets A and B is the set containing the common elements containing the common elements of set A and set B, and mathematically it is represented as A intersection B. A intersection B. In roster method, x such that x belongs to A and x belongs to B. X such that x belongs to A and x belongs to B. In Venn diagram, if this one is your set A and this one is your set B, then the common part, setted part is your A intersection B, because this is the common elements. These are the common elements of set A and set B. So this is the intersection. Let's come for one example. Same example. A equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. B equal to 2, 3, 5, 6. Then A intersection B equal to your common part 2, 3. In Venn diagram, if you write down 1, 4, 2, 3, 5, 6, this one is your A, this one is your B, then this one is your A intersection B, which is 2, 3. So this is all about your intersection of sets. This is all about your intersection of sets. One correction. In intersection of set, I have written x such that x belongs to A and x belongs to E. At that time, I have written in roster method. This is not roster method, set builder method. Correct it. Then come to the next part. Difference of sets. Difference of set. So what do you mean by difference of set? Difference of two set A and B. Difference of two set A and B each the set of elements, two set A and B is a set of elements which belongs to A but does not belongs to B, and mathematically it can be represented as A difference B or A minus B. In set builder method, x such that x belongs to A and x does not belongs to B. क्या पाएंगे? A minus B पाएंगे. If x such that x belongs to B and x does not belongs to A, then this is your B minus A. B minus A. In Venn diagram, if this one is A and this one is B, then the shaded part is your A minus B and this one is your B minus A, and this one is your B minus A. Let's come for one example. If A equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, B equal to 2, 3, 5, 6, then A minus B equal to 2, 3 cancel, 1, 8, 4, and B minus A equal to 5, 6, 5, 6. If we represented this one in Venn diagram, one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then this one is your A minus B, this one is your B minus A. Fine. So this is all about your difference of set. Then come to the part complement of set. So before going to the part complement of set, let's conclude the part after the difference of set, symmetric difference of two sets. Symmetric difference of two sets. Symmetric difference of two sets. So what do you mean by symmetric difference of two sets? Now two sets A and B are said to be in symmetric difference. So first write down, mathematically symmetric difference of two sets is represented A delta B. A delta B. Then A delta B is equal to A minus B union B minus A. A minus B union B minus A. If in Venn diagram, if this one is your A and this one is your B, then this shaded part is your A minus B, and this one is your B minus A. Then the union of A minus B union B minus A is your A delta B. So all the shaded parts excluding this one is your A delta B, or known as symmetric difference of two sets. Symmetric difference of two sets. So come for one example. A equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, B equal to 2, 3, 5, 6. Then A delta B is equal to A minus B union B minus A. So A minus B is your 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 4. 1, 4 union B minus is your 5, 6. So 1, 4, 5, 6 is your A delta B. In Venn diagram, if you represent this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 5, 6. This one is your A, this one is B. Here A minus B equal to, this one is your A minus B, and this one is your B minus A. Then union of this one equal to 1, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 4, 5, 6. Fine. So this is your symmetric difference of set. Then come to the part complementary of a set. Complementary of a set. Complementary of a set. If E or U is the universal set and A is the subset of that universal set U, then complementary set of A is denoted by A dash or A complementary. A dash or A complementary can be represented as U minus A. U minus A, or it can also be represented as X such that X belongs to U and X does not belong to A. X such that X belongs to U and X does not belongs to A. Let's compare the Venn diagram. If U is the universal set and set A is a subset, then the shaded part is your AC, A complementary. Then the shaded part is your A complementary. Then write down some notes. Complementary set of a complementary is also A. Complementary set of complement is also A. Then second one, A set A and the complementary of set A union, both are union equal to U, universal set. Set A, union of complementary of set A is U, and set A, intersection of complementary set is always phi. Okay, come for one example. If U equal to A, B, C, D up to X, Y, Z, then A equal to A, E, I, O, U, then A complementary equal to rest all the parts, all consonants. So this is all your complementary of a set. All about your theory part of set. This is all about your theory part of set. Then come for some examples. Represent the following sets in a selector method. Selector methods. First one, all numbers less than 15. Second one, all even numbers. All numbers less than 15. Second one, all even numbers. So we have to represent both one in selector method, set selector method. So how do we represent all numbers less than 15? So write down the first one, we have to represent in curly brackets such that x belongs to R, x such that x belongs to R and x less than 15, where R is real numbers. Second one, all even numbers, x such that x belongs to R, x such that x belongs to R and x is a multiple of 2. Where R is real numbers. X such that x belongs to R and x is a multiple of 2 because all even numbers. Okay. Then come for the next one. If S is the set of all prime numbers, if S is the set of all prime numbers, M equal to X such that X lies between 0 to 9, then exhibit first bit M intersection M minus S intersection M. Second one, M union N, M union N, where N equal to 0, 1, 2, 20. 0, 1, 2, 20. So if S is the set of all prime numbers, come to the solution part. S is the set of all prime numbers. So S equal to 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, so continue. So first bit we have to calculate M minus S intersection M. So S is this one, M is your M equal to X such that X lies between 0 to 9, that means M equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So M is your 0 to 9 minus S intersection M. S intersection M. So common part is your 2, 3, 5, 7. So if it minus this one, then it becomes 0, 1, 4, 6, 8, 9. This one is your answer. So 0, 1, 4, 6, 8, 9. Then come to the second bit. M union N. M is your 0 to 9. N is your 0 to 20. So union 0, 1, 2 up to 20. So come to the next part. In a class of 100 students, 45 reads physics, 52 reads chemistry, and 15 reads both the subjects. Find the number of students who study neither physics nor chemistry. Find the number of students who study neither physics nor chemistry. So how do we proceed in this type of questions? So write down first data. In a class of 100 students, 45 reads physics. So physics 45. Physics is your 45. Chemistry reads 52. 15 reads both the subjects. Both the subjects in the sense P intersection C. And one more thing. Remember the formulas first. A union B equal to N of B minus N intersection B. N of minus A intersection B minus N C minus N, so let a plus. Find A union B union C equal to mod A mod B mod C minus A intersection B minus B intersection C minus A intersection C plus A intersection B intersection C. So we have to first find out N A union B. What is the meaning of A union B? Those who reads either physics or chemistry or both. This is the meaning of A union B or P union C. So P union C equal to N of P plus N of C minus 45 plus 52 minus 15. 97 minus 15, 82. So 82 students read either physics or chemistry or both. But we have to find out number of students who study neither physics nor chemistry. Total number of students 100. Out of 100, 82 students reads either physics or chemistry or both. So the total number of students who study neither physics nor chemistry is total number of students minus 82. Is your answer. Okay, then come for the next one. In a class of 30 students, 15 students have taken English, 10 students have taken English, but not French, Find the number of students have taken French. Second one, sorry, last question. French, but not English. French, but not English. So first write down the data. In a class of 30 students, 15 students have taken English. 10 students have taken English but not French. That means N of E minus F is your 10. So in this type of question, while we solving using Venn diagram, it will become very easier. Let's find out. This one is your E, this one is your F. 30 students, 15 students have taken English. So total 15 students have taken English. 10 students have taken English but not French. That means That means 10 students have taken English but not French. That means 5 students have taken both English and French. Am I right? Am I clear? 15 students have taken English. Total 15 number, 10 plus 5, 15 number students taken English. Out of 15 students, 10 students have taken English but not French. 10 students, the shaded area is only English, that is E minus F. This one is your E minus F. Okay, have taken only English. That means 5 students have taken both English and French. Then find the number of students have taken French. Then second one is of French but not English. French but not English. So if 10 students have taken only English, then the French total number of students is 30. 10 students have taken only English. That means the students who have taken French is 30 minus 10, 20. 20 students have taken French. Okay. Then second part is your students who has taken French but not English. That means we have to exclude this part. So 20 minus 5. is your 15. 20 minus 5 is your 15. So 15 students have taken only French. Only French. Right? Hope. So this is all about your set theory. Have you understood this question? First, E minus F is your the students who have taken only English, not French. That is 10. Then we have to find out the students who have taken French. That means they have not taken English. Here it is clear that 10 students have taken only English but not French. So 10 students have taken only English. So rest of the part have taken French. Total 30 students. 10 students have taken only English. So total French part is your 20. 30 minus 10. Then students who have taken French but not English. Students who have taken French is 20. But here we have to find out French but not English. Not English means this is the common part. 5 students have taken both French and English. So we have to minus that one. Then it becomes 15. So this is all about your set theory and the examples. Next, do all the exercises. Then we will go for the next part. Thank you.